What's that on that beat?
My bitch go loco. Maria. Slide on a nigga.
Hey y'all, what's up? Back at it. So today is Taco Tuesday. And today we're gonna do some chicken tacos, some beef enchiladas. Y'all have to realize that I live by myself, so I don't cook a big, huge amount. So they are gonna be small amounts, but you will get the picture. Okay, so for my chicken tacos, like nobody want to be waiting all day, so I like to use boneless, skinless chicken tender breast, not the chicken breast. Those are two totally different things. The breast are the big pieces. The chicken tenders come like this. And I like to get these because they cook in half the time and they are a lot tender, like more tender. When I get the whole breast, I have to cook them for like 2 hours to get them like tender how I want to, like for my chicken tacos. So I slow cook the big chicken breast, but the chicken tenders will cut your time in half and have you eating tacos right away. So another funny thing is people be like, I see on the internet all the time, people are like, you're not supposed to wash your chicken, you're supposed to wash your chicken. I've actually seen people wash their chicken with fucking this. And I've actually done my research on this. Like, you're not supposed to fucking wash your chicken with soap, for one, because you can spread whatever, you know, whatever you're trying to kill, you're going to spread all into your sponge, your sink, everything. Once chicken is put into a certain temperature, everything that is bad for you dies. So as long as your food is cooked all the way, it will be clean. But I do rinse my chicken off before. Like, I do rinse it off with warm water to get like that kind of sticky residue off. So let's rinse off our chicken. So when I cut my chicken tenders or my chicken breast, I always cut like that little white line out. I don't know what the hell that is, gristle or whatever, but whatever that is, I don't want it. So I always cut those out of my chicken strips, which you should do too. I know you guys said you guys wanted to see me actually cook. You know, that was my first video, so I'm warming up. I'm learning how to do this. I gotta actually get some real equipment. So yeah, I just leave that part out. That's going in the garbage. Okay guys, so addition to my enchiladas and my chicken tacos, I have to always have Mexican rice and refried beans on the side. So I forgot to tell you guys, I'm going to show you how I make my rice too. It's super easy. I use a rice cooker. I could cook almost everything in the world, but cooking rice in a pan is so hard for me. And it's crazy because I'm half Asian, I've never been able to do it. My mom does it all the time. So for my rice, I use this right here. I'm going to list it below. It's basically like a tomato and chicken bouillon. I don't know how you say that. Bouillon. And so, like I said, I'm only making 1 cup of rice because it's just me. So I'm going to only use one of these. They're pretty flavorful. I mean, if you feel like you want more of a flavor, put 2 in there. Hey, do your thing. Do you. But you have to boil that first. You have to boil it down to like a broth before you add it to your rice. So now I'm going to start my chicken. So for the chicken, I just put like a little tiny bit of vegetable oil on here. And I like to let it get really hot so that, like when you cook a roast or something, you know how you have to fry it first. It's not really fried, but you know. That's how you keep your stuff juicy. So just to show you guys, it's only like a little bit of grease. So just so I can get it all like white. And then I'm gonna reduce the heat down really low. So yeah, like I said, I just like to get it all white. And then I'm gonna reduce it to low. So while you're doing that, you could add a little bit of seasoning. I use pretty much taco seasoning, so I'll just add a little bit of garlic. I don't really add too much, a little bit of pepper. This seasoning is so bomb. The perfect seasoning. Just a little bit. So I've already reduced my heat to medium. Breaking this little bouillon packet down. Show y'all how that looks. So this is what it's gonna start to look like. It's gonna turn to like a little broth. Okay, guys. So for my taco seasoning, it's so funny because I use like beef. They have a chicken package, but I use the beef one because it's just more flavorful. It's so bomb on the chicken. So I use one pack. Like, I have a real small amount of meat. So if you have a bigger amount of meat, I will use 2 packets or whatever. You have to taste your food as you cook to see how it's going to taste. So I just seasoned the chicken with 1 pack. That's all I'm going to leave. Excuse me. So I just fill this up with some water and I pour a little bit of water in there, but that was actually an accident because I'm really supposed to pour chicken broth. So I use chicken broth instead of water. It just gives it a little bit more flavor. You see how I got stuck? I was like, this is a little bit harder than it looks, talking to yourself. And me, y'all know I be high, so sometimes it happens. So basically, you just want to get that all juicy right there. Mix all the seasoning in with the broth. This is pretty much done. It cooks pretty quickly, but you gotta make sure that whole little block is boiled down because that little block will be all lumpy in your stuff if it's not all the way boiled down. So yeah, last weekend I made tacos and I saw someone using this seasoning. So I got it to try it, and basically this tastes just like taco seasoning. It's just not as good, and it's hella red. Like, got hella red food dye in it. So I suggest, I like this way better. So I always have a red bell pepper, green bell pepper, and onion chopped up. I always have that chopped up in this little cute container I got from the grocery store. It's a little bell pepper. So cute, right? So I just add a little bit to the meat. Okay, so I have to stop recording like that for a minute, you guys. So yeah, this is how the chicken is gonna look once I added the red and green and onion bell pepper. And then this is what the little cube looks like when it's melted down. For the Spanish rice, as I call it, my version of the Spanish rice. So yeah, we're gonna put this chicken on about 3, which is medium low. Let that cook on medium low. Probably let that cook for about 15-20 minutes. It really don't have to cook long, as long as you want it to cook, as long as you don't burn it. So keep checking on the back. About 15 minutes in, and the chicken is done. So we're gonna turn it off, pour it out to the bag. Then over here we got the ground beef just starting off. All I added was some garlic, some minced garlic, a little bit of yellow onion, a little bit of green onion, and a little bit of tomatoes, fresh chopped tomatoes. I don't really like tomatoes, that's why I don't put that many in there, but you are free to put as many as you would like. I really don't care for tomatoes at all, but they taste pretty alright in here. So in addition to that, we're going to use a taco and an enchilada pack. I'll probably just use half and half because I'm only making like 4 or 5 enchiladas. I put half of the taco seasoning and I put half of the enchilada seasoning, and just like the taco meat, we're just going to use chicken broth instead of the water to mix it in. Mix all the seasoning in, get it all juicy. So this is what the meat looks like when it's almost done. With the seasonings mixed in. For tasting this, I'm just gonna add a little bit of pepper and a little bit more taco seasoning. That's why it's good to taste your food as you go, so you know what you need to add, what you don't need to add. It's better to put a little bit because you can always add, you can't take out. So we're gonna add a little bit more seasoning to that. We just have the meat is all done. We have it on low. Probably takes like 10 minutes for some ground beef to cook. I use ground beef. I just like ground beef better for enchiladas. Sometimes I like ground turkey, so I'm going to put a little bit of cheese in the meat. Not too much because it's going to have a lot of cheese on the inside. And then you take some of your enchilada sauce and just pour it in the meat. So you let that get all good, and bam, enchilada sauce just dripped all over the stove. So yeah, you can put as much as you want. I just like to put enough to where, you know, it's just juicy. If you want to add some more cheese, then add some more cheese. I can't really eat that much cheese, so this is enough for me. So we got the cheese, the green onions, the enchilada sauce, all that in there, all that good stuff. I'm gonna let that cook on really low for about 5 minutes. Let all the seasonings get in there good. So this is the rice going into the rice cooker with the broth poured into here. With a little bit of butter, a little bit of salt, and the rest chicken broth. So about a cup chicken broth and a cup of the bouillon melted down. And there we go. It's time to cook it. Guys, the rice is done. And this is the final look. It's really, really good. That's why I use the rice cooker. Put your pride to the side. Stop eating that mushy rice. Get a rice cooker. So it's time to start the enchiladas. I'm gonna take these corn tortillas, and you take whatever pan you're gonna use, and you add some of the enchilada sauce to the bottom of the pan so that it don't stick. I probably could add a little bit more. So yeah, you just gotta cook your tortilla for like quick minute, like a quick second on each side, just so they can get flimsy and warm enough to roll easily. That quick. Then we're gonna throw them right there on the paper towel to drain. Okay, so we're gonna take our tortillas that we let drain out. I'm gonna take a tortilla, I'll drop it right into the pan. I take some meat, however much meat you're gonna put. I don't really like them stuffed with hella meat, so let's just keep it a good amount. And I'll just roll them. Boom. Take this one, do the same thing, throw it in there, let the sauce get on it so you don't like crack them. Put your little meat in there. However big you want them, however much meat you want them. Just roll them and boom. It's really so easy. Like at first, I really thought enchiladas was something hard to cook until my mom just really showed me. And ever since she showed me, y'all, I just be tearing them up. The last one, I told y'all, it's only me, so only made 4. Y'all actually can see better now. It's really so easy. Boom, there you go. Perfectly rolled. Then you're gonna take some more enchilada sauce, the rest of it, and pour it on the top. I only use this 1 can for these 4 enchiladas, so I'm gonna put the measurements and stuff below. Mind you guys, I preheated my oven at 350 degrees about 15 minutes ago. So now all you're gonna do is add your cheese, add your green onions, make it real good and cheesy. Cheese. I love tillamook cheese. I said this last time. This is the best cheese. Cheese, the realest cheese you probably gonna get. I'm gonna take some green onions, throw that right on top. Get it looking real, real good. Last but not least, oh, did that just get all over my shirt? Wow. Olives, black olives. So I just get black olives that's already diced. And top them with that. And y'all, that's that. We're going to put these in the oven for about 15 minutes. Like I said, it's such a small serving. You don't really need to put them in there for a long time. So 15 minutes, and that's that. And we'll be done. As far as my taco shells go, I love my taco shells really crunchy, like this. So, I mean, I think I prefer yellow tortillas, corn tortillas too. But I like for them to get crispy like this on both sides. Perfect. There's all the finishing taco shells where they're draining. Nice and crispy. And they are finished. So they were in there for about 15 minutes, maybe 20. But that's how they're looking. So yummy, so delicious, so cheesy. I forgot is lime for my chicken tacos. But there you go, guys.